So, following on from the buildings of the premium expansion, we've got some equipment in this video. So, first up, we've got the Samaz KDF 341S front mower, 110 horsepower requirement for my tractor, 3.4 meter working width, 13 mile an hour working speed, 14 grand. There is no options, it comes as it is. But if you've got like a Samaz windrower, yeah, you could get yourself a little complete Samaz mowing setup. That's all right. And to go with that, we've got the back mower as well. The KDD 941STH, 220 horsepower requirement for your tractor, 9.4 meter working width. This is going to cost you 70.5 grand with a 20 grand optional extra. But there is no options. So it's 90.5 grand. I want to put an optional extra on top if you can't change anything. All right, fair enough. So that's a complete Samaz mowing setup. So this with... and there's some tedders and some windrows out, no problem. Yeah, very nice. And then carry on from that, we got this one here. Talking to tedders. So we got this, the Samaz P8 890, 60 horsepower requirement for my tractor, 8.9 meter working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 16.5 grand. The option we got there are boundary spreading system, yes or no. Just going to put it all in one. So actually, that makes it a windrower. It says it's a tedder. All right, fair enough. So just keeps it all in one spot. So rather than tedding as you're going along, it just chucks it everywhere. You'll be able to keep it out of the bushes. Oh, that's all right. Then next up, we've got a weeder. So the Gorenk Puller 450, 45 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 4.5 meter working width, 7 mile an hour working speed, 4 grand. It's all right. I mean, obviously, you still got to get them in like their first growth stage of the weeds before you need to bang a bit of herbicide down. But yeah, very nice. And then carrying on from that, we've got a little bit of a bigger one. The Puller 600, 60 horsepower requirement for my tractor, 6 meter working width, 7 mile an hour working speed, 6.5 grand. There's a lot of sixes in this. 600 horsepower. That's 600 horsepower. 600 is the name. 60 horsepower, 6 meter, 6 grand. All right, fair enough. And we're moving on from that one. We've got this, the FarmTech DDK 2400, 28,000 litre capacity, 29.5 grand as base. Now, can we? There you are. So the base one is the actual bale trailer, although it's still giving us a 1,250 optional extra, which we can't really change. So what's going on with that? So then you got the 14,000 litre capacity extension. You then got the 28,000 litre capacity back to bale trailer. Now the 28,000 is the only one with a cover. Fair enough. So you've got Continental, Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, and back to Continental. And there is a couple of different versions as you get further in. They are Continental. No, I swear I saw them light up, but all right, maybe it's my eyes. Cover, yes or no, and then obviously cover colour, white or yellow. Fair enough. And then we'll move on to the next one. We got this, the Unia Apollo 16 Premium, 20,000 litre capacity, 150 horsepower requirement for my tractor, 12 metre working width, 9 mile an hour working speed. It's a manure spreader. Oh, excellent. 50 grand to buy. You then got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, BKT, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg. Oh, fair enough. Move on to the next one. We got this, the Unia Ares XL. This is going to be a disc harrow, 150 horsepower requirement for my tractor, 4.5 meter working width, 11 mile an hour working speed, 21 grand. No options, comes as it is. Looks all right there. Cage roll on the back. Fair enough. We then move on to this one, the Unia Phoenix 3000/4. Now this is a seeder, but it's not going to do the new crops. So it's just a different seeder altogether. 3,000 litre capacity, 140 horsepower requirement for my tractor, 3 meter working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 55 grand. A lot of pipe work on the back. Yeah, very nice. We'll move on to the next one. We got this, the Farmer Softer 11 PS. So this is going to be on the disc harrows for you. 330 horsepower requirement for your tractor. It's sort of like medium to large tractor with this one. 10.5 meter working width, 11 mile an hour working speed, 95 grand. Got Trelleborg, BKT, or Trelleborg. Yeah, get some disc harrowing on the go. I mean, 10.5 meter working width, that's all right on a disc harrow. We'll move on to the next one. We got this, the Phantom 1250 Pro. So this is going to be under the cultivator category. You're going to need a big tractor for this one. Let's face it. You're going to need 550 horsepower out your tractor. Oh dear, oh dear, that's going to be a big boy. 12.3 metre working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 102 grand. Oh, that's a big price tag with a big tractor, but all right, fair enough. We then move on to this one, the Falcon 6 Pro 30 Plus. So this is going to be a Cedar. That's a bit of a name, I must admit. 6,000 litre capacity, 220 horsepower requirement for your tractor, 6 metre working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 111 grand. Change the license plates if you want to. That looks really big for a 6 metre. Was that just me? All right, fair enough. We'll carry on. We're going to the next one. The Bedner Cater. Anyway, KN 8000 Profi. Dear, oh dear. Oh, you're going to find this in the cultivator category. 350 horsepower requirement for your tractor, 8 metre working width, 7 mile an hour working speed, 55 grand. All right, fair enough. Bedner, Cater, however you pronounce it. Very nice. Now, to go along with that, we've got this, the Bedner CS 5000. This is going to be a seed tank. It's got no working width because it's just going to hold your seed for you. So, just don't make that mistake. You can do fertilizing with this as well if you want to. So it's sort of a combo tank. You've got 2 on the top there. 39.5 grand to buy. We have got the optional extra as we come into the shop of the additional weight. So standard is 39.5 grand. You then got Trelleborg, Michelin, Vredestein, back to Trelleborg, and then you've got that additional weight on the front. So that's going to put it up by 1.5 ton. And you've got that 3-point on the back. Because to go with this, you're going to be using something like this. Fair enough. The Bedner Corsa, and put my teeth in, CN 9000, 225 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 9 metre working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 72 grand. There's no options, but obviously this is like, it's like a fertiliser boom, like a slurry boom, but for your seeder, because obviously it's going to go on the previous one before. Fair enough. I'm going to carry on with the Bedner brand itself, the TN 3000 HD7R Profi. Oh, that's a long name. 250 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 3 metre working width, 7 mile an hour working speed, 21 grand. Then you've got the option of configuration standard, fertiliser distribution unit, or standard. Now, that being said, it's going to be under the subsoiler category, so you could fertilise, at the same time as doing some subsoiling. So you could hook that on the back of this, the CS5000, and do fertilising and subsoil at the same time. Oh, that's all right. Then we move on to this one, the Agrio Mammoth XL 8000. So this is going to be a sprayer for you. So obviously it's a 2 behind, so it's not a self-propelled one. 8,000 litre capacity, as the name would suggest. 27 metre working width, 7 mile an hour working speed, 102 grand. You've got a working width of 27 metre, 30, 33, 36. Man, 36 metre working width on that. That's ace. Wilbrand, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein. You have got a couple of options, wide and narrows on some of the brands, but all right, fair enough. 36 metre working width. Oh, that's ace. Then we'll carry on with the next one. We got this, the Agrio Gigant 13,500. And as the name would suggest, it's got 13,500 litre capacity on it. 27 metre working width, 7 mile an hour working speed, 165 grand. This is a bit more pricey for you, but we can change that working width. So 27 metre, 30, 33, 36, and back to 27. So 36 again, that's ace. Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, and back to Trelleborg for your tyre brands. And again, narrows and wides if you want to pick them. So next up is something particularly new for this DLC. Obviously the previous ones, they're sort of, cultivators, subsoilers and sprayers. We've got them in the game already, so you sort of know how they work as it is. But we got this now, the Grime GF 400, 160 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 3.2 metre working width, 7 mile an hour working speed, 28 grand. You then got the option of 3 points, yes or no. Now, this is a rotary hiller. Obviously, if you're going to be doing it properly, I'll say that, right? If you're going to be doing this properly, you're going to be wanting to use one of these for doing the new crops, the carrots, the parsnips, and the red beet. This is what this is for. Now, if you want to have the 3-point on the back, because we've got something to go along with it, we have got this seeder here, the Convernant Mini Air Nova Rigid, 3-meter working width, so it's all going to work together. 50 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 3-meter, 6 mile an hour working speed, 12.5 grand. It's only got a 16-litre capacity, so if you're doing a big field, not quite sure why you'd want to do a big field with a 3-meter, mind you, but if it's a big word, if with only 2 letters. If you're doing a big field, you may want to use a supplementary tank. But you get these together, they're ace. So we'll go and put the original one, the non-3-point attachment on the back. So you just come to your field once it's cultivated, no problem. Then you come up to it like that. There you are, just get into position. LB and LB and A. Put my teeth in. LB and B, lower it down. There you are. Oh, you've got to turn it on as well. Oh, because it's a rotary hiller, isn't it? Turn it on. There we are. Oh, and we're making some hills. We're making some hills. I mean, that looks a bit like a potato hill, mind you, but we're doing it. Rotary hilling. Oh, fair enough. So if we drop that off there, and then we'll go and attach the other version, the 3-point, and then we can attach the seeder on the back, because the important thing with these rotary hillers is they may not look that much at the minute because, you know, we've placed it down and whatever, but it does give you a fertilizer state. Yeah, so we'll put it on back. There we are. We'll spin it around. There we are. That's better. So once you've done the rotary hilling, we'll have to lower it down. Ah, there we are. Lower it down. Attach it all. So if we go into the map, right, we're on this little section here. We'll go to the fertilizing section. So it says nothing. I mean, we've got that rotary hiller there. We've done that stage, and I've just said it gives you a fertilizing state, but it only gives you it once you actually start putting the seed in the ground. So we come over here like that. We'll do exactly the same. Come around, back it up, get it in the right position. So then we'll turn that on. We'll lower that down. And then we'll go onto the seeder. We'll then turn on the seeder. Fruit can't be planted in September. Well, that's marvellous. We're in the wrong month. But we get going. And it's not showing up, is it? Shocking. Let's have a look. Let's have a look on the map. Is it doing any fertilising? No, it's not, because we're in the wrong month. Because we haven't planted anything. Oh dear, oh dear. It's all going wrong. But once you get it in the right month, it will then have a slightly darker colour, because once you put the seed in after doing the rotary hilling, it gives you a second fertiliser state. Now you could do this, not a problem. And then you could put the seed on after if you've got a separate seeder, and it will still give you the second fertiliser state, which is awesome. So we'll carry on with the new equipment. So we've got the rotary hiller, the GF400, and that's a 3-meter. What about something a little bit bigger? The GF800, 270 horsepower requirement for your tractor, 6-meter. I'd say a bit big. It's bigger than the previous one anyway. And it's going to cost you 59.5 grand. Now, this doesn't have an option to go with a 3-point on the back. So you're going to have to put this through the field and then put a seeder through the field afterwards. And they give you a bigger seeder as well. The Convernant Mini Air Nova Fold, 332 litre. I mean, they're really small on the seed tank. They're really small, 16 and 32. All right. 70 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 6-meter working width, 6 mile an hour working speed, 51.5 grand. No options. So this will have to be like on a second round of your field. So I've turned off seasonal growth. So hopefully this is going to work now. Put this through the field. So we'll unfold that. Yeah, no problem. Obviously this is going to do twice the width as the previous ones. So we'll turn it on and we'll lower it down. Yeah, doing the hills. Not on in line with everything else. Alright, fair enough. So we'll lift that up, turn that off, and then we'll detach that, leave that there. We'll go get the seeder. And I'll show you what I mean by the different textures, the different colour, put it that way. So we'll put this seeder on the back, like so. There we are. Right, so attach that. Right, job's a good one. So we'll unfold it. There we are, get in position. So similar, well, it's the same working width as the previous one. And then we'll turn it on, we'll lower it down, and then away we go. So there you are. It's getting a bit darker. We'll lift that up. Right. We'll move out of the way. And we'll jump out. And look, you can see it there. So that's the side we planted seed in, and it's obviously got a fertilizer state on it now. That's the one we've just healed without the fertilizer state. Job's a good one. Now, what you can do is use the seeder without the hiller. You don't need to do it, but obviously you're going to miss out on a fertilizing state. So you can just come up to your field and then turn it on, and away you go. It will seed, no problem. But obviously you're going to need to fertilize twice after to get the main benefits of it all. I quite like this hiller. It looks ace. I mean, it's something different, something new, and it gives you a bit of a benefit of the extra fertilizing state. Oh, excellent. And now we come on to the harvesting of these new 3 crops. We got the DeWolf P3CL Profi, 80 horsepower economy tractor, 0.8 meter working width. Yeah, you're not going to be doing massive fields quickly at all with any of these 3 crops. 4 mile an hour working speed, 39.5 grand. Now this is going to hook up directly to your 3-point on your tractor. Fair enough. Just like we've got here. Ace. Now, this one specifically needs to be unloaded into a box. So, we've got boxes in this pack as well. We've got them right at the end. There we are. Vegetable pallet. We'll buy one of those. 130 to buy. Job's a good one. So, you just unfold it, L, B and A like that. That's then going to put those forks out the back. So, we'll spin it around. Where is the box? There we are. Right, so we'll go into it like that. And normally it mounts side on. So I'm going to try it on the end. So why not? Lower it down. Get it into place. Is it going to work this side? We get an option. Load boxes. Oh, spins it around. There you are. Jobs are good. And then lift it all up. And then away you go. Into the field. Harvesting. Oh, as you would normally do. So let's go over to the field. And we'll see it in action. Right, so we're at our field, and I believe this is red beets on here, so we'll get it all lined up, because obviously you've got that bit there, that's ready to go. So, if we do LB and X, turn it on, that's ready to go like that, so everything's running. So we'll get in position like that, ready for that row. LB and B, lower it all down. You don't have access to that land, no, we're on this field, thank you very much, and away we go. There we are, we're harvesting. Red beets. Oh, excellent. So we'll hire a worker just so we can get some looks at it. Zoom in a little. There we are. It's coming up there, then getting chucked into the back. Job's a good one. So then what you do with that, we'll dismiss that worker. There we are. So we'll turn it all off. That's all turned off anyway. You then do LB and B, lower it down. LB and Y, unload the box. Why is it not on? Oh, LB and up on the D-pad. There we are. Unload the box and away you go. Oh, and then come past with a forklift truck or pallet fork on your front loader. Entirely up to you. Now, what you can do as well is if you do LB and Y without a box on it. It's interesting. That's not working. Let's. Did I press the wrong button? LB. Oh, there you are. Buy new boxes. Right, LB and right on the D-pad. Do you want to buy a new box? It's going to cost you the same as if you do it this way or getting it straight from the shop. So we'll buy it, bang, there you are, away you go. Job's a good one. So we'll hire a worker again and off he goes. Oh, that's ace. That is ace. Love it. The second harvester we've got in this pack is the P3K Profi, 80 horsepower requirement for me tractor, 8 meter working width, 4 mile an hour working speed, 43 grand. Now the only difference between this one and the previous one we've just seen is you need to unload it straight into a trailer. So if you've got this on single player, you're going to need to hire a worker so it runs this, and you need to cart for that horse, for that driver. Yeah, you're not going to be able to do this one on your own, so just bear that in mind. And then we got this one, the GBC. Now, this has got a capacity on it, 5,500 litre, 100 horsepower requirement for me tractor, 0.8 again working width from the field, 6 mile an hour working speed, 101 grand. We got Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, and back to Trelleborg. So what you can do with this is obviously run this yourself. Obviously, 5,500 litre capacity is not a lot, because you are going to get a ton of stuff out of this field. But same as before, LB and A, unfold it, so it's going to put it out to the right. So this is going to mount as a trailer rather than straight off your 3-point. So then we'll do LB and X, turn it on, lower it down, LB and B, and you've got the pipe out as well option. So if you wanted to cart for it as well whilst you're going along, you can do, or if you're on multiplayer, do that as well. And then it's just going into the hopper. I mean, you got one row. You're gonna have to be careful. Oh, we're in. We're on the pallet. Can we go around it? Ah, there we go. We're not doing a good job of this. Dear, oh dear. But it's going into the hopper, so you can fill that up and then unload straight after. Alright, fair enough. Then got another harvester for you. So this is the GKIIS, 170 horsepower requirement for me tractor, 1.5 metre. So this is going to be a 2-rower. Well, that might speed things up a little for you. 148 grand. It's going to be the same as the previous ones that needed to have a cart runner by the side of it. So again, multiplayer or hire worker with this one. Fair enough. You got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg. Yeah, 2-rower. We've got the last of our pull behind harvesters. We've got the GCCI. This is 170 horsepower requirement for me tractor, 0.8 metre working width again, so 1 row, 6 mile an hour working speed, 181 grand, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg. Now, this is pretty much like the original one with the box, but slightly different, slightly bigger. This is ace. So obviously you need to load this one up with boxes. So we do LB and A, unfold it like that. There we are. So that's then gonna put the chute down. Fair enough. So if we then do LB and Y, load boxes, it's gonna pop out to the side, and it's then gonna put that down ready for you to scoop up some boxes. Oh, that's turning really bad. But I've got myself 4 boxes here, and it's not lined up. Oh, is it? All right. So let's lift it all up. Be able to turn it better when it's lifted. So we've got that. Oh, I'm gonna run into the boxes. Oh dear. No, that's not right. Oh dear. Oh dear. Come on, get it together. That's better. Right. So once you get it into position, which I probably should have done first, but all right, it is what it is. There we are. So you line it up like that. We'll then do LB and Y to lower the platform. It's going to pop it out to the side, and then you come to it like that, and they just auto load on there. So that one goes on like that, and then just drive through. The next one comes on, next one comes on, and then the next one comes on as well. And you do LB and Y, lift it up, and you're away. You're away. So let's go down the field and I'll show you what happens with this when you're harvesting, because this is awesome. Right, so you're at the edge of the field, and as you can imagine, you do what you normally do. You LB and X, turn it on, and then LB and B, lower it down, and then away you go. So that's going to start harvesting the same as the others. So we'll hire a worker, and then what it's going to do is going to dump into that one box, and then it's then going to move around. Oh, ace. So what we'll do, we'll get the one box full, and then we'll come back for the second box. Right, so it's coming up to fill the first box up, so 25%. So once that's done, it'll all move around. So once that's done like that, there you are. So that one box is full. It's then going to finish it off and go into the second box. Oh, ace. So what we'll do now is we'll wait for the second box to be full. Now there is one thing with this as well. There's 2 things. Well, one we'll get to at the end, but it's going to turn around and go straight through the crop on the second row. So what you really want to do is fire the worker, spin round to the other side of the field and start it off again. I mean, if you was going down the immersive route, I mean, if you've got crop destruction turned off, you know, just let the worker go for it, no problem. What you should really do is come back down to this side, line it all up again. Oh, my reversing's terrible. It's shocking. And we'll come up to it like that, get into the right position, hire the worker. It's then going to do its thing again, and I'll imagine that pallet's going to block it. Or is it? Yeah, it probably will. Alright, let's have a look. Will it move it? I mean, it's only a pallet. Oh, it could be alright. Is it going to squeeze past? No, it's... Oh, no, it's all... Oh, no, now it's blocked. Right, okay, so we'll dismiss that worker because it can't even drive round. Alright, fair enough. Line it up again. Hire the worker again. That's going to go to that one there, and it's going to carry on. So again, we'll fast forward till we get to the next box that's going to be filled up. So we're nearly getting up to the 50% box now. So there you are. It's moved it all up, and then it's going to the front one. Oh, this piece of kit is amazing. I like this. Oh, I like it a lot. So what we're doing now is fast forward till we get to the end of the fourth box, because there's something else that happens that you're probably going to be aware of, or need to be aware of anyway. Right, so we're coming up on 97%, so we're nearly full with these 4 boxes. So once it gets to the end, he just stops. He just straight up just stops, and he's gone. He's quit. AI worker F stopped. All boxes are full, and he's just gone home for the day. Alright, fair enough. You then got to restart it all once you get some new boxes in. So what you want to do now is LB and up on the D-pad, unload boxes. That's then going to push them all out the back like that. Then you can start again. There you are. Job done. So you do LB and up on the D-pad, lift the platform. And what you can also do with this one, as the previous box harvester as well, is LB and right on the D-pad. Just buy the boxes. You can buy 4 for 520. It's the same price as in the shop. And then away you go. Just start again. You don't have to go back to the shop to get some new boxes. Oh, that's awesome. Now, once you've got your boxes full, obviously you're going to need to move them to wherever you're taking them. And you can't pick them up. I have got the liftable pallets mod on, and they're still too heavy. But we have got 2 solutions on the back here. Well, on the tractor here anyway. We've got one on the front, and then we got one on the back. So the one on the front is going to be the WIFO P46B. Grand to buy. And it's basically a pallet fork for your 3-point link on the front of your tractor. And the one on the back is this one, the WIFO HMZ 340 3000. 10 grand for this one. This has got a little trick up its sleeve, I must admit. So obviously once you've got them all hooked up, so we're going to do the front one first. So you do LB and B, lower it down. And that's going to put it right at the floor where you need it to be. You can move it up and down if you want to, a bit of manual adjustment, but it's set up ready to go. So once it's on, LB and B, again, it's going to lift it up. Away you go. Right, fair enough, and you can load it, take it out wherever you want to, and put it at the side of the field. There you are. So we'll do like that. LB and B, lower it down, then move out the way, and we're ready to go. So you can move it as well. LB and right stick up and down tilts it like that. LB and right stick up and down move it. LB and right stick left and right tilts it. LB and right stick up and down moves it up and down. Right, fair enough, but just do slow it down like that. It's so much easier. Fair enough. Then we've got on the back one as well. Again, got a few different options with this. So if you do LB and A, unfold it. It's going to put the prongs out. We'll do LB and right stick left and right. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. It's got the option there. Alright, fair enough. LB and right stick up and down. Moves it up and down. Interesting. RB and right stick left and right. Moves the forks in and out. What's LB and right stick up and left and right do then? Interesting. Alright, so what you can do is with this as well, is you go like that. There we are. Same again as before. We'll get it in place. We'll do LB and B, lower it down to the ground. It's going to put it at the right height for you. And we just go in like that. It's not. Oh, there we are. I think the ground's a bit uneven. So LB and B, lift it up like that. And then we should. Interesting. We can move it up and down. LB and right stick up and down. So that's going to go all the way up to the top. So if you want to load it onto something high, there you go. Fair enough. LB and right stick. Oh, that's doing the front one, even though we're on the back. Alright, fair enough, but that's like a little forklift truck for the back of your tractor. Oh, that's awesome. The last piece of equipment we got in this premium edition pack is the WIFO HODV 275. This is going to be a bucket for all intents and purposes. 4,800 to buy. It's got a 2,100 litre capacity. Use it for scooping stuff up. So that's your premium edition equipment. There's a lot of stuff in there, but some quality stuff as well, I must admit. So drop in the comments below, which piece of equipment are you most looking forward to using? We'll see what people are looking at. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, it's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.